There have been some recent changes in the laws regarding workers' compensation, and it's information that is important to know. Catherine Stone from Barbas Law is back for today's Know Your Rights segment. Good morning, Catherine. How are you?
Good. Love to come back.
Well, we are excited you're here again. You are always breaking it down, especially in the world of workers' comp, which so many people can be affected by. So let's talk about these changes.
Well, there have been a lot of changes with workers' compensation over the last 6 months. Everyone's talking about workers' comp, especially in the legal field. And so it's really important to make sure that the public is aware, especially those that have been injured on the job in the last couple of years, how their rights may have been affected. In particular, what I wanted to talk about today was the money benefits, how the money benefits have potentially changed. And essentially, this case, Westfall versus St. Pete, City of St. Pete, basically extended temporary total disability benefits. So someone has had an accident, they cannot work, and that extended the time period that they could potentially receive those benefits from 104 weeks to 260 weeks. So the Florida Supreme Court struck down the cap on 104 weeks, saying that it was unconstitutional, and has now extended that to 260 weeks. So if you are someone that has been receiving temporary total disability benefits, and those benefits stopped after 2 years of receiving them, then you probably need to contact an attorney to see about getting those benefits reinstated.
So, okay, I want to make sure I'm understanding this. So even though someone's temporary benefits have ran out, they still should contact because they now could qualify for it to pick up again?
Correct. An attorney should look at it to see if the extension would apply to them. And right now, there's two classes of temporary benefits. There's temporary total, which means you can't work at all, and then there's temporary partial disability benefits, which means you can go back to work, but you have restrictions. If your employer can't accommodate you, or you don't have a job to go back to in certain circumstances, you may qualify for that class of benefits. The Florida Supreme Court has not addressed at this point whether or not that extension of the 104 weeks will be applied to temporary partial disability benefits, but there are some cases that we are all watching on a daily basis to see if the Supreme Court will in fact extend temporary partial from 104 weeks to 260. And I think it's probably a pretty good likelihood that they will do that.
What if a person already is on workers' comp right now, whether it is partial or full? Do they still need to contact someone at this point to make sure they get that extended?
Especially if they're receiving temporary total or temporary partial disability benefits and they've been receiving them for a while, I would certainly recommend that they contact an attorney because those benefits may stop, or if they have already stopped, contact an attorney, contact us with regards to having a look at your case to see if potentially you could be qualified for this, for more benefits.
You know, and I feel like you and I have talked about workers' comp before, but it's such a huge topic that does affect so many people here in the Bay Area. How important is it to go with a law firm like yourself that really knows their stuff when it comes to workers' comp so that they can best represent you?
Well, it's extremely important. A lot of law firms stopped practicing workers' compensation over the years because of some different changes in the law. Our firm has maintained and continued to handle workers' compensation claims on a regular basis, and so it is a daily, there's little nuances in the law that we're constantly being attribute our clientele to.
Once again, if you do have any questions about Know Your Rights or workers' comp, all you have to do is give Catherine a call. Just give them a call, 1-800-BARBAS-LAW, or go to barbaslaw.com/knowyourrights. Good stuff as always.